simple. Look at that.
And there's like so many different things that you could talk about.
We're gonna make a shitty f***ing tier list. Best man in his life.
Oh my god, pump the god, FlyQuest over! Champion! Let's go, pump the god right there.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am here today to talk about some amazing matches that's going to be happening right now for the FlyQuest ladder, for the East Coast particularly. And I'm here with Avian. What's going on, Avian?
Hey, you know I'm doing good, doing fine. I mean, they got a couple of us West Coast fellas doing a little bit of an invasion right now, talking about the East Coast. I mean, every time I'm on this show, I'm usually on the West Coast side of things, so it's really good to get that change of pace in terms of the players that we're seeing. And as you already know, the East Coast is absolutely stacked with talent, so I know that this is going to be a crazy top 8 today.
Yeah, and there's some new blood that I see actually on the ladder that made the top 8. So good stuff to them. And once again, thank you so much, FlyQuest, for doing this for the Good to Gear Strive community. So we're gonna go ahead and check out the bracket right now, actually, and we're gonna see who made it here. So we have Marvello, Lucian, Jack, SQ, Unbiased Ear, Cheerio, MFCR, and Abol. Abol? I think I...
Yep, we got A-Boy over there.
Oh, A-Boy.
On the last bit.
A-Boy, okay.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I wish they would have kind of spaced it out together. They kind of messed me up, but...
And it's alright, listen, he's gonna mix you in and out of game. One of the best Potemkins, not only in NA, but in the world, some would argue, you know. Had that TNS9 victory back way before the patch, where people are debating on whether or not this character is top 1, but as you said, lots of other faces here today. One of the ones that a lot of people may be a little bit more unfamiliar with is Unbiased Ear, has been making the waves, you know, on that Johnny. But then, you know, you got some of your usuals. You got Cheerio, Jack, Marvello. Marvello actually taking the #1 seed here over Jack, which is something that most people weren't expecting. And yeah, we got lots of crazy matches coming up here. It seems like pretty much any one of these would be a top 8 in any other major bracket.
Yeah, I mean, Marvello's one of those players that he grinds a lot. As you can be seeing on the internet, he's been showcasing a lot of his sequence that he's been mastering with Chip. And also some of the things that he's been talking about, breaking down his character, how he feels about the character. He feels like the character, you know, to be at a high level, you really got to be on point. So it's going to be really exciting to see how he showcased this match, particularly right now, Sin. This character is really explosive. So all you kind of needs is like 2 hits to kind of really put Marvello in an uncomfortable situation. So we got to see what Marvello does countering that.
Yep. Gotta see what Lucian is going to be able to get started here, because Marvello is already off to a hot start here, getting the perfect to get things kicked off.
Yeah, and you know, Lucian is not really using a lot of specials to kind of like get themselves in, trying to like jump, and it seemed like it wasn't really working as much. And Marvello seems like he's been countering that like this whole round, going on the second round as well. So I don't think this game plan is really going to work on a player like Marvello. So I'm curious what the adjustment's going to be.
All right, let's see what's going on right now. Gonna go for that mixed up double high, good block by Lucian though.
Yeah, I really like the Gamma Blade, just to keep the pressure. IED, make sure that he can't get out and try to do any comeback style Sin gameplay. So I think that was a really good. Oh wow, good conversion with the JD into 2K. That was really nice.
Yep, 6H not gonna quite be able to kill. Has to work through that huge Sin health bar. Gonna give Lucian another chance now. And a chance could be all that they need right now. Fire Seek comes out from Marvello. First game in a quick fashion, very in the nature.
Good. I think trying to mix up that plus frame advantage that you have, and usually when you have pixel health, you either go for like the meaty, or you kind of extend that pressure by trying to go for a mix up with the frame advantage that you have. And he went for that cross up to give him that opportunity. And then even if he would have blocked it, he's out of the corner, so it was kind of like a win-win scenario right there. So just great decision making from Marvello. I think that was very sound, and you know, it's really good to kind of throw that option out, especially game one.
Yeah, I mean, Lucian right now is on a bit of an unorthodox pick, as we see now going into the Happy Chaos. Had some success with that spin at the end of the ladder, but now has gone right on back to All Reliable to try to close this out against Marvella.
Oh, nice. Good block. Oh, I don't know about that burst. I think that burst was a little risky, but you know, I guess he wanted to have him in the corner. But I think he could have been a little patient to kind of get those opportunities. But let's see. He has good defense right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, now it's looking like Marvella can just run away with this. Maybe operating under the philosophy that Chip builds back a lot of that burst anyway. But now you're going into this round with essentially only half of that burst to your name. So gotta see if that decision is going to pay off for him later on in the game.
Yeah, Lucian is not feeling really comfortable blocking Chip Zanuck right now. It's showing a lot, and it seems like they're having a hard time kind of getting the game flow going. And Marvella knows that, which is why he kind of bursts to kind of steal any momentum to start off. Because all it takes right now is just one mix to get an opening, and they have no meter. Oh, that's really good.
Yep, here we go. Great throw coming out here from Lucian. We already know about HC. We already know about how that momentum can work in HC's favor. Gets the tap does the center of the wall with Deus Ex and might just kill here. Working through that effective health, melting it like butter.
Keep it very, very simple. Keep it very, very effective. Make sure you try to kill him as fast as you can. He's going to get the burst this round. So that was just really good decision making from Lucian. Oh, nah. Spent a lot of burst resource right there. So putting a lot of eggs in one basket for offense right now, but it's not paying off.
All right, there we go. 2K2D coming out from Marvella once again. Now you are in that offense. Another scary spot. Rope is on you. All that mix can come out now. Giving Chip a character who already had that.
He's going to have burst. He's going to have burst to work with right now. So I'm curious if he's going to try to utilize this burst and try to get the gold burst, or he's going to blue burst out. But right now he's holding his FD meter. He's going to have the blue burst, but he did not. Just was looking for him to kind of burst.
Yep, 2-0 for Marvella. This is definitely a bit of a rough spot for Lucian. Tried to go for the gamble there on the Sin, then is now trying to go back and stabilize with HC, a character you can't really just jump into and try and play effectively. So now you have that one game loss that you kind of expect we switch characters. Gotta lock it in now and see if you can go for this reverse sweep.
Yeah, I think the adjustment that I like to use is like. I feel like they really haven't felt confident of like getting their defense started rather than their offense started, and it just seems like they've been in like a very like I really want to kind of force something to happen, but it's just not really paying off. And again, against a player like Marvella, and then a character like Chip, it's very hard to kind of like not be confident on defense. You have to believe in your defense and your offense to be as strong.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's always been the mantra within Guilty Gear. Nothing changing up here in Strive. If you have that low health pool, your defensive decision making needs to be so much better.
Right now, just got their offense going, so that's really, really good. I think that's really good for them. Builds a lot of confidence for them to continue on applicating whatever game plan that they have.
Oh, great match coming out there from Marvella. You've already seen what this man can do with some momentum. I mean, just look at him go right now. Going for some of that new routing. You can see in the tweets, man. And now you're going to try and use this new technology on the kid to secure that set point.
Yeah, and like I said, Marvella feels very confident against this player. I can tell that just by even the situations they lost around, they kind of shake it off and they just kind of moving forward. They have a specific game plan that they know works, and they're running it really, really well.
I mean, I gotta say that 6P, excuse me, has been super risky throughout the span of this new move. But Lucian able to threaten the needle there and block the burst as well. Y'all already know this is death. We know this is death, and now the set is looking a lot more alive here, Kizzy.
Yeah, I felt like when they maybe they didn't have their sound up, but when they pulled out the pistol, to go for the shot. I'm actually surprised that Marvello did not burst there. It's very uncharacteristic of seeing that, but maybe, you know, they had something else in mind. They made me think they were going to jump and stuff, but, you know, unfortunately got the base birded, and again, Lucian capitalized on that. Made sure they try to get that momentum going for their side, and let's see if they can hold that momentum, because right now I feel like that is their biggest strength right now in the set, is holding that momentum and making sure that they get their offense started.
100%. I mean, Chip, HC, both very momentum-based characters, so it's really just seemed like whoever has gotten that initial touch has been able to run away with each of these games. Both players are so strong, so that adaptation you already know is going to come through.
Nice. I really like just to get the positive bonus, get the damage buff, just kind of just get it done. Not a lot of hits, so it was unscaled. So it was a lot of damage. Good high-low mix-up scenario right there, and rounds. Match point for Marvello right now. Marvello is just looking very consistent, very clean. Kind of bounced back from the scenario that happened. And let's see now what Lucian's going to do with it.
Hey, I mean, one thing we already see, getting those bullets back doesn't have much concentration to their name, though.
Nice.
US trying to come out there.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. A lot of resources right there. Just to not really take advantage of that scenario. This is not looking good for Lucian right now.
I like this from Marvello. Keep the confirmed simple, prioritizing getting that positive bonus installed. Oh, okay. Just going for the wall run, the acrobatics out here from Marvello. Trying to keep it burst safe. Ends up dropping, though.
Really good mobility option, especially against a character that doesn't have a reversal. I really thought that was a really impressive way of psyching out your opponent.
Lucian's trying to find some bullets. Gets one. Will it be enough? The 2K2D is dropping, and now Lucian has another shot. Oh my! Okay, fuzzy jumps. And the throw.
That was really good. Man, something Marvello did that was... Lucian really likes to do dash up 2K and back. There was a scenario where he actually waited for the 2K into the backdash and he tried calling out with the 2K. I thought that was a really good player read right there. And unfortunately, he did not get the hit, but the idea right there of how to stop somebody doing like something like that in terms of a bad habit or just scouting out a habit that an opponent has, very impressive, and you know, shows a lot of dominance in the game, especially in this set right there. So good stuff to Marvello.
Oh, 100%. I mean, one of the beautiful things about FlyQuest FighterZ is that these tournaments are region locked, so you not only are you going to be getting the best connection possible, but you're also going to be playing a lot of folks who are actually you're really familiar with. So if you want to get a little bit of a sneak peek into how the inner workings of a set goes between players who play each other day in and day out, as well as getting those high quality matches to make sure you can practice all your stuff effectively, like, this is the place to do it, man. I mean, we've been watching this 43 of these brackets across so many different games, and it has been a dream every time.
Yep. Oh, and now we got Jack. Jack, I think, came out to like their big event not too long ago. I think it was Evo, correct? It was Evo. That was like their kind of like their debut, I felt like.
Yeah.
We have SQ going with Ramathal. They've been playing Ramathal literally since the game came out, so I'm sure she is going to be having a lot of comfort against a lot of characters, in particular.
Oh yeah, I mean, Jack kind of been like the Loch Ness Monster in Guilty Gear Strive. You know, we'd all seen the name, we'd all maybe encountered it at one point or another, but we hadn't seen too much from the offline side of things. Has gone to 2 major events, platinum tier events from Arc System Works, and has not missed a top 5 in either of them.
Nice throw. I really like that stagger pressure from SQ. She really made it very ambiguous to kind of deal with and kind of want to like force you to kind of like it made you hesitant to kind of think of what you want to do on defense. I really like that. That's a very like an older school style player. That was really nice. I really like that.
And I love seeing how players try and incorporate that style into a newer engine, newer game. Like, always is interesting.
Yeah, staggering really well. But Jack just was able to get some space to kind of like do what they like to do.
I mean,
The offense scoring, trying to stagger high-low, fix the high-low out.
oh man, it's such a scary
For the
spot.
positive bonus right now.
When that reticle, oh my goodness! I said when that reticle's on you is definitely some crazy stuff, man. Like you got to deal with highs, lows, got to deal with feints. There's so many different layers just by one little particle effect on the screen.
This is probably the offense that she needs right now. Oh, this is huge. I think she could kill off this. Oh, unfortunate. I guess that routing was kind of knock it out before the burst come. So I really understand that. You want to kind of get as much damage as you want, especially if somebody has bursts like that. You want to definitely want to put a lot on the plate before they close the pot.
Yeah, it's like one of the new things that came with the new balance patch is the fact that Ram doesn't really have that much access to Calvados anymore, so a lot of those really damaging enders are all missed out on.
Keeping that pressure, no meter, so you really just gotta hold all of this, so you gotta trust your defense. And Jack right now feels very confident until 5 Dust came in. And you know what they say, man, all good things come to an end.
Yep, finally finding their way out. The Ondo pressure just not quite enough for SQ. Gives Jack another chance, and is that plot armor gonna kick in? We're gonna have to find out after this wall break.
Great opportunity. Jack still has to deal with SQ having not only burst, but also meter. They have a lot of defense options, and one of them has been thrown out, and unfortunately, that is bad for this game.
Oh yeah, it's super dead. Come back. Had all of the tools necessary and opening was able to find that first game.
They had an option in mind that just so happens that sits to just kind of like beast that at that particular moment. I don't think that they had in mind that that was going to happen. I think they had like a counterattack ready, but it was just a little bit too slow. And you know, like a move like that that's very, very fast, moves forward. It's like one of his best normals in the game, by far. It just happens that he wasn't able to deal with that, and Jack was able to capitalize and get that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the blessings and the curses of the HC matchup is the moment that HC gets even just like a smidgen of his resources, like it's looking real scary for you, regardless of what the actual health looks like.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Great on the reticle coming down.
She did a really hard read right there, and that was really impressive. To kind of call out that dash up from that jump in, that was really, really good.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, SQ definitely has been taking more of a reads-based approach to the character. It's always super fun to watch. Just high-powered offense, great reads. I mean, that's like the makings of good spectator fighting games. Great opener for SQ here. Gets the throw, calls out the dash cancel. Listen, Jack has that matchup knowledge on deck, shows it off there with that back throw.
And that was great, great blocking in that scenario. SQ, she feels very confident in that scenario. Wasn't able to kind of spend any resources, just was able to block it out and was able to escape. And unfortunately escaped and got right back into the scenario that she was in. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like
damage.
This feels like Jack knows exactly where he needs to IB, where he needs to backdash. Like, you gotta really be sure that you're calling out these options. And SQ gets punished for it handsomely. Look at that, already taking the round.
Yeah, in that scenario again, Happy Chaos, he's just a very dominant character. Always been dominant since he came out. So seeing that scenario for a Happy Chaos player, you know, you just take what you can get, and was able to get the round.
Go for the Mortabato. And he gets a hard knockdown, has a huge life lead to work with. Jack goes for something. Maybe just wants to go to the next game. And
it comes to a point where like some situations you just have to kind of like try to mash your way out, especially not having any defensive options to kind of deal with. Had no burst, had no meter. Sometimes you just kind of have to mash and, like, you know, hope to God in this scenario that they would try to make some small adjustments to try to open them up. And you know, SQ, she was like, I'm just going to meter you and the game is over. So I think that was a very, very good decision from SQ, especially knowing that they all had, like, the only way for them to get out was to not pressure them. So they knew that, and they took advantage of that, and she was able to get the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you are Jack, though, sometimes you might just want to go next game and be like, all right, this one's looking a little unwinnable. Not even going to get my hopes up. Let me just go ahead and head on to the next one. And this fresh start seems to be working out real well. Look at that. Seems like the tables have turned from the last match. Now Jack's the one pressuring SQ, who has a lack of options. Great blocks coming out, though. But at some point, you have to crack.
Yeah, there's a lot of scenarios you get put in, and you know, again, when your offense is as good as Jack, you're not going to be able to block every scenario, but you want to try to evade as much as possible. But at that point, it was already a lockdown, and Jack was able to take that.
Yeah, listen, statistics class was a long time ago, but when you're getting put in literally 6 50-50s, you have a 1% chance to get out there. So sometimes you just got to hold it.
Oh, nice air-to-air. Good counter poke in the air by Jack. Especially SQ was looking for the jump, and then Jack counter-attacked that and was able to get a lot of mileage off of that. That was really good. Oh, nice. Jumped out of the corner. This is really good. Simple. Jump out of the corner, instantly go for the super, got the wall break. This tempo swing is definitely in Jack's favor right now. Good evasive action. That's going to be the game.
Yep, looking real light here for Jack. I mean, that last round has been highlighting the play style that we all know and love him for. I mean, to someone who's, you know, viewing that gameplay for the first time, it's looking like, yo, this dude's doing all this crazy stuff, doing these like BRC down, triple overheads, but it's like, when you really look at it, because of that gun, this character has so many different tricks, and really Jack is only doing what's necessary. He's just doing what he needs to do to open you up, get a good amount of damage, keep the pressure going, and it honestly leads up to a super clean playstyle that I think everyone could be able to appreciate.
Well, you got to understand, like a character like Happy Chaos, you know, with a pressure like that, is very, very overwhelming to deal with. And in situations where you can't tell what the opponent kind of wants to do, it's kind of like pseudo 50-50s. It's really, really hard, no matter how good you are as a player, to kind of defend everything like that properly. You can just do the best you can, and like sometimes that best, your best is not better than the opponent's, and you know, you get opened up, but you bounce back. I think SQ is playing really, really good right now. Their defense is very, 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 very good.
Look at this!
Just little variables happening that, you know, a character like Happy Chaos can take advantage of the momentum better than your character in that scenario.
Man, I'm still like mind-boggled on that last sequence. For those who don't know, SQ could have thrown 3 times there and it would have worked every time, but the threat of bullet is so potent that SQ was like, you know what, I'm just gonna hold down back and hope to get out some other time.
Yeah, sometimes when you're down like that, especially when you're about to lose, you really don't want to take a lot of risks sometimes. Sometimes scenarios where you could do X option, but in the situation where you can, like, your life is on the line, sometimes it's best to kind of let things like that kind of slide, just for you to kind of get that information if you could win the next game or the next round. So, you know, good stuff to SQ, unfortunately, but, you know, it just doesn't work out how you have in your mind, you know.
Yep. That's the Jack effect right there. Might have missed
up the high-low mix-up there. Got mashed out.
I was going to say, I was like, it looks like, you know, I don't know. Whenever I go for mix-ups, I usually try not to do entry jump into nothing, but you know, maybe SQ's got that new tech for it.
Nice. Oh, here comes the meeting. Oh, nice IBFD. That was really good. Well, they messed up their offense of structure right there. That was really good.
Oh, man. Such a good burst from Jack now.
Soreless Ram is not really a good character right now, so this is a good time for you to go offense, Jack, and they picked that up. Didn't get a lot out of that, but that's good. SQ waited it out. Good stuff for SQ, just waiting out, knowing that the character is not at their strongest, and just kind of play defense and trust your neutral. That was really good.
Yep, the read from SQ gets her out of that scenario for free there. Good stuff on the backdash. Now has no sword.
Oh my goodness.
Woo! Look at that damage. Even with no sword, says, you know what? I don't even need him like.
Nice. SQ has to hurry up and try to end this round before they get burst. Oh, Huge. Great.
Ooh.
Great. That was good stuff. That's really good.
Man. A sequence like that, like, not only holding the options with the burst game, that one and the advantage, like, there's such a great defensive play from SQ.
And I think SQ right now is very, very happy that they was able to bounce back. If you've seen the first round, it was not looking good for her. And I think now that I feel like she's going to be really, really confident. She kind of got some momentum on her side, and I think she's going to make some adjustments that it's going to be very exciting to see. I really look forward to see what Jack is going to do too, especially what's in the lead and now kind of like falling short a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can never go wrong with these high-level game fives, man. It's like you got the data, you've got the base skill level, you got the adaptations that are going to come out from both sides. Like, you just have the makings for a great end of the set.
Both bursts are out of the game right now too, so it really, whoever gets the good momentum first kind of wins this round. It's going to be out available for both players right now. And Jack, it seems like they're going to take advantage of that, get that positive bonus. Now they got to deal with a high-low mix-up coming in. Is SQ going to spin meter on YRC or super? Oh, just get tossed.
Yep. Might have been going for the YRC there, which is why she ended up getting tossed right there. But now Jack is going to be sitting at set point. SQ with a huge burst advantage, though.
Oh,
that could come in handy.
Didn't capitalize off the throw. Good escape. That was a really good way to escape. Didn't take a lot of damage. Oh, gotta block this mix. Cannot block it. I like the burst. Nice whip punish.
Whip punish
into the corner. This is huge for SQ right now.
Oh, not quite able to get that last sword there.
Nice. Gonna try to get the sword. Yep. Oh no! Bet it all on
no! Yeah, I was gonna say put the house on that Rekka 3, and now Jack is gonna be able to take advantage of it, taking the keys, taking the deed, and taking the set there in that game 5. Jack is gonna be advancing on the winner semis.
Yeah, I mean, I understand sometimes you gotta kind of bet the farm, especially in a scenario where a person could be trying to swing back. I think they never really showed that they were going to swing in that scenario, and I think sometimes you just have in your mind, like, you know, I'm just going to see what I could get out of this, especially now that they know I don't have any swords and this is punishable. But I think Jack was just like, yo, you know, I'm good right now. I trust my defense. And yeah, that was just a scenario that just did not work out for SQ. I think she played really good. I just think those little micro decisions right there really cost her the set. But you know, good stuff. You know, good stuff to Jack. Jack holding it down. Solid defense. Was able to change the momentum so fast. I would say that Jack looked very, very strong a lot of like the first rounds, and SQ was able to kind of climb back. So, you know, watching those sets, it really feels like that SQ was always on an uphill battle. But that was really good fun. That was really great to watch. Fun to talk about. We're going to be going to the next match. Let's check out the bracket real quick just to see what you're going to be seeing in a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
But, we're going to be continue on through the winner side, and then after we're going to start breaking down and playing people through the loser side in a few minutes.
Yep. I mean, that's the beauty of FlyQuest, man. Is not only, you know, if you get to this top 8, it's double elimination. You know, it means they're not going to be seeing the end of SQ. I mean, she technically has a triple elimination bracket tonight. Not only is she playing right now in this top 8, but she's also going to be commentating on the West Coast side of things as well. So, believe me, if you are like, no, I want to see more SQ, you're going to be seeing plenty of her tonight. But along with that double elimination format, you also get the ladder style as well. So no matter how many matches you play, you can keep on going for as long as that ladder is active. The best way to get matches 100%.
And yeah, and like I said, we're going to be seeing West Coast after this too. So West Coast, she's going to be commentating it. So, you know, even though SQ may be eliminated in winners, she's most definitely not going to be eliminated on the mic.
Yep.
Quite in a couple of hours. Okay, so now we have Chiro versus Unbiased here. And this match, I think, is very interesting because both of these guys are big bodies, but Johnny is so mobile. And Go Lewis is kind of mobile too, which is pretty funny. So I think this matchup is going to be really dictate on Johnny kind of getting the offense first and try to shut down Go Lewis as fast as he can. And right now, this is really, really solid pressure coming from right now.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, because I think that solid's an understatement. That was domination from Unbiased in that first round.
Well, I only say solid because we haven't seen what happens on defense, and you know you have to become a really complete package fighting against a character like Go Lewis.
Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of the mantra at every Go Lewis matchup it seems is, listen, the moment I get in, you got about 2 guesses, guess for your life.
Nice.
Ooh.
Unbiased is willing to bet the options that is in front of them, and I think that kind of shut that momentum very, very fast is something that you want to do against a character that wants to get in and kind of run offense on you. Wow,
oh my goodness,
baited the wire. See, that was really, really clever.
Yeah, no way to get in there. He's gonna try to go for another mix-up. We've been seeing a lot of that high representation from Unbiased here. Gosh, and another dominant round coming out there for them. That's going to be 1-0.
Yep. Very fast round. I think their game plan right now is to try to beat them faster than they can kind of get comfortable in the match. And, that could work. I think that is a good strategy for tournament, especially in a game like this in this nature. But the problem is I think Go Lewis and Cherio as a player as well, I think once they kind of get comfortable, it's very, very hard to kind of like do that. But it all depends on how they keep their composure right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a hard scenario because Johnny, as we said, despite being a big body, has that neutral control, right? Like, has those super long normals, has Misfinder, which again, like, is minus, but Go Lewis doesn't have too many options to punish, so it's gonna be a lot more of an issue if Cheerio can't find that way to get in.
Keeping that pressure going on, just letting the overheads out, and again, Cheerio's just not adjusting to how they want to structure their offense.
Oh, there we go. Good blocks him out from Unbiased. Gets caught low though.
Here comes the game now.
Uh-oh, literally one more for your life.
Nice whip punish.
Great backdash coming out here from Unbiased.
Good block, good yellow RC. Oh, try to look for the jump. Oh, what an interesting burst. I felt like they could have held it off a little bit, but again, this scenario is so good for them that it doesn't matter. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, the tech coming out here from Unbiased.
Nice. He's gonna dash up. Wow.
Oh, no.
I'm actually surprised that Cherry was not ready for the dash up right there, especially setting the card and seeing how Unbiased Ear relies on a lot with the card. So I was very surprised that Cherio was not ready for that scenario to come in front of it. I think Ear just kind of ran in and just kind of did what they wanted to do there.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I feel like Johnny's dash now is just so deceptive. It got a little bit faster going in between patches, and now it makes it just about unreactable.
Yeah, and I think with that, players have to make that adaptation with the changes where, I think knowing that, you have to kind of be preemptively ready for scenarios like that and kind of put that out. And I just think that in that scenario, they did not do that, and they were able to lose that round. I think that was their round at that scenario.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, as you said, if someone's not reactable, you better be expecting that option, as we see there with a great read to tie up this round count.
There you go. Cherry, I feel like kind of woke up a little bit. I think they're not showing some confidence in their decision making. And I really like to see that. I like that.
I mean, honestly, I think that on a character like Go Lewis, you got to be doing that, right? It's like, you have a lot of screen presence just by being large, but a lot of your hits are going to have to come from those big reads.
Nice, just like that. Sometimes you just got to make those choices. You're going to get hit regardless. You might as well make your choices getting hit.
Oh man, bar slash.
Nice. I like that combo to get out of the corner and then get the hit right here. And now one more. Good pressure.
Oh man, there we go. Once again with the overhead. One more setup. Tries to go for the BT.
Nice
Not going to beat anything there for Cheerio though.
Oh, this is huge. They have one chance to get out of this. And they bet it all on that, and that was not in their favor.
Yeah, 110% going to kill there. Cheerio ties up the set. It was already looking pretty bleak after that white wall. Time and time again, when you're on those characters, you got to go for those hard reads. And Cheerio, I mean, you don't get this far without being able to get on your opponent's habits and be able to adapt.
Yeah, I think when they whiffed Wild Assault, I think Unbiased was not like having their mind, as in like, you know, I'm going to sit in this range and whiff punish anything that comes through. So that with White Wild Assault happened. It could have been a lot of bad, but it didn't happen. And then Cheerio recognized that and then bounced back and was able to get that game. That was a very, 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 very close match. Very close.
No. I like the delayed RC there. Cassius Cheerio trying to do something.
Nice. I would like to see a little bit more preemptive 2S against Cheerio too. I think just the dashing, just to kind of intercept the dashes sometimes, it's just getting a lot of mileage right now, and I feel like it's giving Cheerio a really, really hard time. And Unbiased Ear just seems very, very fast and just very, very quick at the moment. I feel like the only way to kind of counter that is you kind of got to play preemptive, you know?
Yeah, you gotta put the stop sign out every once in a while. It's like, it's good to just hold down back, it's good to try and hold your blocks, but every once in a while, especially as you said, with Unbiased committing to a lot of those dashes, you need to go ahead and put up a red light, like stop.
Wow. Try to backdash or just got hit, try to jump. Got hit low.
From there.
Oh, just
screen now! Oh no!
Yep.
I do not like the spot if I'm Cheerio. Gets hit high, but you know what? You have the full security, got the 50 meters. This is looking not the worst right now. Gotta block one more. Uh-oh, trying to go for the feint high. Not getting anything, and the missed Finer cuts through those Skyfish bullets and allows Unbiased to get another game.
It feels like Cheerio is just not really comfortable in this type of play style with this character. I don't think they probably have like a strategic strategy to kind of counter this type of gameplay, especially with a character like Gold Lewis. I feel like, you know, you kind of get one chance, two chances, and like, you know, it could really, really turn the favor. But it seems like this strategy is just not allowing Cheerio to kind of get those chances in. It's looking really, really grim right now, but I'm really excited just to see what adjustment that they're going to do. Unbiased Ear just got it on lock right now. They're playing their game. They haven't changed it, and you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh yeah, I mean, one thing that you got to consider with Unbiased Ear is that really, almost like that robbery type of play style. I don't want to say robbery for real, but it's like when it comes to like taking turns or ending your offense when you're quote unquote supposed to, like. Unbiased, like, listen, if you're going to give me this many chances, I'm going to take advantage of it.
Well, you know, sometimes it's really hard, especially in the nature of this game, that, like, you know, sometimes your whole goal is to try to steal as much turns as possible. And with a character like this that is very, very fast, very good with frame advantage, it's a very good strategy for tournament.
Uh-oh. Not quite getting the BRC that they were expecting. 6P's gonna whip, and this should be death here. Listen, Unbiased has to put that Insenga buff on his tax reform. Like, come on. That extra damage coming in clutch. Cheerio has been definitely spending a lot of time in this corner. Like, Gold Lewis, you know, kind of still has to play at that full screen range to try to get something going.
Well,
Unbiased
Johnny Blockstream naturally puts you in the corner and pushes you back a lot. So, you know, it kind of makes sense given that the map is really, really small too. And also, Go Lewis is a very slow character, so he doesn't really move forward a lot. So it kind of makes sense why he's being in hard, especially in a matchup like this. You kind of naturally are getting pushed back at round start, you know, and all it takes is one dash and then one block stream, and then now you're in the corner. So I think that's the reason why you're gonna always see this type of matchup in the corner. But it's all about player decision making, right? If you're really good, you understand those circumstances, and it's up to you to like make those decisions and bounce back from those hardships and scenarios that you're put in.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see the vision there, just being like, oh wow, like not only am I huge, and not only do I like not have the run speed to try and get myself out of the corner naturally, but also I'm dealing with these huge Johnny buttons that have all this attack level, this like insane pushback. Maybe I'm trying to FD to prevent some of that chip damage coming out from the misfires, right? So it's like you gotta find a way to win that with your back against the corner. And when Go Lewis has things like, you know, knowing how potent his back throw is, knowing he has some more of those invul frames on his backdash as well. There are a few chances to get out, but I mean, as you said, the player and character familiarity coming in handy there for Unbiased here, and ended up being kind of the downfall for Cheerio.
Yep, it's unfortunate, but I think that player matchup was very, 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 very apparent, and it just seems like Cheerio's just not really comfortable at fighting those type of those players that plays a character like John.
Man, I mean,
So
speaking of
now
being
we have Potemkin versus Leo. We've been seeing how popular this character has been. You know, his character is it's been pretty dominant, I would say, as of late. I've been seeing this character win like events, kind of actively.
Oh, man, there we go. What a read out here from A-Boy. I mean, we already saw earlier that we had some Florida versus Florida action. This is the second match of two Floridians here in this top 8.
Yep, and I agree. The Eagles did save the NFL. I'm on that boat, so I respect that name. But back to the match. Oh wow, risk the hammerfall.
Yeah,
Hammerfall is so good in this game because the way like offense is in this game, if you don't have a lot of meter, you actually don't take a lot of damage doing something like that. So it's such a good option in this game, particularly just by how it's structured. So it's such a good move now. You know, it's a very, very strong move.
Yeah, it seems like so much of Potemkin's kit has harmonized over the different buffs, and now is really, as we've seen so far, going to be an incredibly strong character.
Nice cross up. Wow, what a bash.
Yep. Offense in full swing here for MFCR. Tries to catch that BTH.
Your SPD just did not work out. MFCR.
Yep.
And MR is one of those players that, you know, they really likes to steal their turn. So I feel like against a matchup like this, I really feel like this is like kind of like their best type of matchup. You know, where they like, oh, you wanna dance in the mud with me? You wanna like fight in the mud with me? I feel like that's like one of their biggest strengths in this game. Just knowing, just watching them play, they're really good at just kind of like fighting in the mud. So I feel like a character like this is actually really great for them. Usually it's the opposite. It's like, oh my god, Potemkin, oh my god, I'm worried. But like MFCR is like, yo, I like to press buttons, so like I'm down with this.
Yeah, it reminds me of that scene in Creed 2 where he was out there training, they both put their foot in that tire, started going bodies. Like, that's literally what this matchup reminds me of right now.
And just like that. Some scenarios, all it takes is one hit, one meaty, one grab.
Look at that. All of that started because of a trade, not even because of a clean hit.
Nice. Good combo route. Try to steal the corner. Yep. Really want to try to get as much damage as possible. I think they messed up their setup, though. I don't think they wanted that. But they still get the back turn regardless. This combo, it's not really that painful, but that was... I feel like they could have got way more damage, but they did have 50 meters, so makes sense.
Yeah, trying to basically prevent the chance of getting an RC out and making sure that that's safe. It's hit by the BTH. That should be more than enough. We're all tied up once again.
Yep, don't matter, man. Like I said, MSCR is willing to fight fire with fire. Rock, bigger rock.
trying to get down to the dirt with you for sure.
Yeah. I know the kids nowadays, they call it RPS, but, you know, some players, it's rock.
Yeah, it's just Big Bang Tank, Little Bang instead, right? It's not none of this RPS.
Rock, bigger rock, big bang attack.
Here we go, MFCR getting the conversion. These deflections have been really good from A-Boy.
Oh
my! What a bait, though. You see that? And you know what? I know that you're going to try and get this hammer fall. So let me go ahead, car it, and let me get that successful bait out and tie up these games. I mean, I say it over and over again. When you get players that play each other all these times, it's like, you got to remember that we're starting out on, like, level 5, level 6. Like, you play somebody for the first time, maybe you're not thinking about the interaction. But when you go to the same locals as some of these dudes, like, you really got to make sure that your thinking is at that level as well.
Yeah, judging by I could just this performance right now, I could tell that they both love layer 1. Because right now they are just duking it out. They don't care about how it looks. They just want to beat each other up and get some money. That's what it sounds like. FlyQuest Bucks. Nice 2D against the Hammerfall or the Slight Head. That's really good.
Yep, that Thunderdome type of matchup is something. I mean, I don't know. I love watching it. I don't love playing it though.
Nice. Get the wall break. This is really good. Get the meaty setup. I think they tried to do Super RC. Did not work out. But, you know, spend it. Dang. Wow, still
whoa. That pot effective health, you know, coming to the rescue. Nice. Doesn't have enough meter armor to do anything.
Okay.
My gosh.
Honestly, the life bar is even.
I don't think that is ever not an even game for Potemkin. Like, you only need like 2 or 3 good reads on a knockdown in order to bring it all back.
Nice call on that.
On hit, like, no bother.
Nice.
Not prepared for that safe jab to work out.
Going. Got him in the corner, and they get a combo off this.
Oh, you know it.
Cheat, bro.
It's crazy work. Look at that, and you get the hard knockdown. Do whatever you want going on here now, but elects to try and play it a bit more back. Oh, nice. That doesn't connect. Gets out
just
though.
to get out of the pressure. It's like a get out of jail free card, you know. I wouldn't say that you're in like the best scenario, but it's better than blocking.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially with that pop, 1 health. Could this be it?
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, the DP instead though. MFCR.
Micro dash uppercut. Again, like I said, MFCR biggest strength, loves to fight in the mud, and I think that just playing against people that loves to fight in the mud too. He's just like the swamp. He's like the swamp thing, you know. He's like man thing. You know what I mean? Like this is what he likes to play, you know, and like he's just really good at just scrambling. It's a very, very good skill to have in this game.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, you know, you're chilling out at the lagoon, you see that arm coming out. That's the MFC arm right there.
Yeah, dude. Man thing is scary, dude. Especially when you don't got the Avengers with you.
Yeah.
Or you don't got an Avenger 2 character, you know? Nice uppercut.
Don't burst out here now. Now you got 50 meter on pot. And listen, that don't mean nothing when I got a DP. And about that scenario though, I mean, that pot JD is something ridiculous. Like, we haven't been able to see it too much come out here, but it's definitely able to put in its own fair share of work.
Very, very effective. Made it very simple, just left, right, left, right. Now at match point.
Oh man. That throw could be the start of it. That 5H. Maybe putting in the work with Potemkin. Not able to get the safe jab though.
Dang, just got counter hit.
Can read with the ID.
Positive bonus now. Hey boy is in a really tight spot. I don't think they're going to be able to come back with this. Yep.
Ooh, the low? Oh my goodness.
Oh, then RC there. Oh, wow.
Going for the HPV. Not going to be even close to enough to kill. But
One
now
grab.
makes it a one touch.
Nice.
Coming off of yet another one of those signature reads.
Yeah, like I said, I think A-Boy just was overwhelmed. It seems like, it really seems like the way they play, it feels like MFCR kind of has the advantage over them, just by just kind of like watching and seeing like how the match performs. But even with the Potemkin changes, like I said, man, that archetype is very hard to deal with, especially when you know, it's hard as a grappler main. To kind of like fight somebody that is willing to also play like a grappler. So it's kind of like a grappler mirror match, but like even those different archetypes. So it's always kind of funny to watch, kind of see how they feel when like other people kind of play like them. But you know, it just shows that MSCR is just very, very good at that type of play style more than A-Boy. So that was good stuff. You know, I'm also glad that the Eagles saved the NFL. So that was also great to see that name. But we're going to be going to the next match pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I love about A-Boy is that he always changes his name, but it's always going on in the NFL. You know, it was talking about the Chiefs earlier on, like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I need him to lose. Like, I'm like, that's why I can always appreciate a name like that. So.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know, I wouldn't say it's the Chiefs. We don't want the Chiefs to win. We just want the refs to lose. And like, it felt like we seeing the refs lose for the first time felt great.
Nah, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, the refs, they stopped making all those calls, and now suddenly we're back. And the NFL's back.
Yep, and now we're back. We're going to be back to seeing two players that played recently, Lucian and SQ. Both of these guys just lost recently. They played their match, and Lucian lost to Marvello, and SQ lost to Jack. So now they're going to be playing on the lower side of the bracket, and we're going to be able to see how they're going to be playing now. Being on standby, like how they've been warming up and things like that, we don't know. But I will say right now this is the bracket, so you're gonna have Marvello winning, and then Unbiased Ear winning, and then MSCR winning. So it's gonna be Unbiased Ear and MSCR playing. So I think that's going to be a pretty interesting match because both of these players are just playing absolutely very, very fast. So it's all like matchups like that where people are just playing fast all the time. The whole goal is like, it's like, you ever play like the old Dragonball Z games where you do like the beam clash and you're like rotating the controller? That's how that match is going to play out. And like whoever like is tired, that's who loses. You know,
yeah,
like whoever just lose to the beam clash, it's over. You know. Yeah,
no, literally just who runs out of juice first, because you know that both of them like to go fast, using up all that energy. So, but in the meantime, you know, that's not gonna be for a little minute. We gotta resolve what's going on the loser side. I mean, right now, got Lucian coming back here, trying out the Sin as the opener versus SQ. Two players that we have seen can get it done, but weren't quite able to close out the sets on the winner's side.
Oh, that I don't think that from that range. Maybe off 2D, maybe, but far slash with the nerfs does not allow you to punish that. That's easy.
Here we go. Safe jump coming out here from SQ. Honestly, Lucian's got a shot. The only problem you gotta deal with is that reversal super. I was gonna say, like, the only one way out for SQ when she finds it, so now is able to get that first blood.
Oh, nice. Hawkmaker whiff. That's a lot of damage. Good burst. Do not want them to get positive bonus. Nice counter hit 6P with the hard knockdown too. That was really good.
Gets the frame trap. Not quite able to get the conversion, though. Not having that stamina is going to be a bad time here for Lucian. Make it work. Does that meter? That's basically stamina.
Yeah. Got the clean hit.
One of the more
SQ in the corner. Just did not let SQ really play in that scenario, and I think that in that you're fighting a character like this, you kind of want to oppress him as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean, especially with a player like SQ, where they've got that incredibly strong offense. You do not want to give her a single shot to try to open you up like right now.
Nice pressure. This is really good, but again, Sin got 3 stamina bars and also at burst. Oh no.
Ooh!
Gotta play the.
Oh, you already know. Man, now Lucian gotta go ahead and figure out to open up with the Sin. So far 0 for 2. I mean, I don't know. Do you think that it could just be like an issue of switching between 2 characters? Do you think the Sin's not quite ready yet? Because I feel like the main problem that we're seeing is the strategy is there, but we're just seeing some inopportune drops that are not really allowing us to see the full potential of Sin Kisuke.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is that the strategy is there, but I think the strategy is not experienced enough.
Yeah.
In terms of how to kind of utilize the strategy that you're doing. It kind of feels like they're just kind of playing Sin Kisuke, and because the character is very, very strong, it's very easy to do a lot of damage if I hit you with 50 meter. And I think that they're not really doing anything. They're not doing anything deeper than what their game plan is. Their game plan has a blueprint, but it's not talking about, or it's not applicating further than what it should. Just watching this match and the match that they lost against Marbella.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's almost like a generalized game plan of how this character is supposed to play, but we aren't really seeing too much accounting for the options that Ram has as counterplay.
But it just shows that how strong the character is. That you feel confident that you could just run this game plan against the players that play actively. But I think at SQ, you got to be a little crafty in a lot of ways,
Oh yeah. Especially the game plan up around H2 is wow. I really do not want to be blocking anything. Because right now, as you can see, the burst comes out immediately from Lucian. Thinks that they can win this round from the defensive end when SQ has no resources. Uh-oh.
That's game.
Clean
oh,
hit.
No. Didn't get the super clean hit.
This is going to be scary now. That's trying to find a hit here and goes for the...
This part, if that would have blocked, the game would...
It would have been over, right? It's you're giving a player who is as strong on the offensive end as SQ 10 free plus frames. You can't just be doing that every day, but that's why, especially in those last hit scenarios, it's definitely a gambling man sport. And Lucian was able to just get that top dust in there and close out the game, so good stuff to them.
Yeah, this game is all about gambling. I feel like you have to really bet a farm on a lot of scenarios. And even scenarios where I could lose this, but if I win, I look good. And I think they look really good off that scenario if you don't think about how the risk reward is functioning.
Oh yeah.
Just naturally just in fighting game math,
Yeah, I remember I was trying to do a introspection on wow, why does this game feel like I'm putting so many more scenarios where I gotta gamble in other fighting games, and I realized it's because the screen's actually pretty damn small. I didn't even realize it like that.
Nice hard knockdown setup right there. Oh, you really try to get out. SQ was ready for that. They was like, nah, you trying to get out of my stuff? No. Nice RTL. I think they're going to be able to take them all the way to the corner off that. Oh, missed the burst. Dang, they just wasted 100 meter too. That's unfortunate.
The burst coming out.
Oh, that was good.
Love that conversion coming out here from SQ. Should be more than enough to close it out.
Yeah, just like I said, scenarios where like inexperienced, right? It's like you know, they try to do the super into the final attack, and you know, I don't think that they've seen that scenario a lot, and they did something that was like very uncharacteristic of the strategy implemented. So just little things like that where it's like experienced strategy is really playing like a big play, and like that's why SQ, even though it's like kind of even right now, but SQ, it feels like SQ has a lot of control.
Oh, there we go. Iron Barrel, we've been seeing a lot of those clean hits coming out here from Lucian.
I don't know about that burst. That was a heroic burst.
Oh, now you're corner too? This is scary.
A lot of whiffing. This is bad. Oh, you're gonna burst? They're gonna definitely burst. Oh, that's game.
No, it's the sword.
They called out the Elkind. The IED back is to literally auto beat Elkind. When you kind of do something like that, and then the person does, you know, it's just like, come on. You know, I knew that was gonna happen. You know, it's really important to recognize how people are moving in this game, or just in fighting games in general. Where you're moving and how they're moving, what are they moving for, right? And like that IED back is to specifically call jump and Elkind, and you chose one of the two options that they were scouting out. And I know SQ is like, yo, I'm nice right now, but I'm gonna tell you, SQ, you nice, but you ain't all that nice, all right?
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Hey, look, it's like, I mean, look, it's a good option, but yeah, it's like when you can isolate the scenario down like that, you know, you don't really have too much room to be too wrong. You know what I mean?
Nice. Wow, unfortunate. When you're so plus. Hey.
Oh, okay, getting the wall break routing there.
Wow, try to 6-speed there, it did not work out. Know what they say, man. If you're gonna jab me, I'm gonna clap back and jab you back.
Like,
nice.
Looking like we got the JP wars going on right now.
Hey, there we go.
Ooh, killed too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that setup particularly right there. That's how you go for the 100% RTL. So they were very experienced with that, and that was really good. Oh, nice. They try to break the wall. Spend all their calorie gauge for it too. It feels really bad to kind of spend all your calorie and you don't break the wall here. So this is no bueno.
Yeah, I mean, now you're slowly getting that stamina back. Good block coming out here from Lucian. I gotta deal with this rock. Gotta deal with this sword explosion too. What's the mix up here? Goes for the overhead, lands it.
Nice. All that on block and almost pushed you to the corner too.
Oh man, backdash catch.
Try to do a specific route, just did not work out. That's game. This is game. Yep. Hey.
Oh no! Wasn't able to get the follow up there with the extra bar.
Don't burst here. Hey.
Yeah, I'll rock with that either.
Yeah, they got
even health right now.
Yeah, there you go. Now. There you go.
Oh, Lucian tying it up there too.
I think holding that burst is really good. Bursting post wall break. Mess around, kind of do a lot of interesting things to kind of dance around the burst while also trying to get that momentum back to make it 1-1 for in terms of rounds. So again, that was really good holding the burst. I think this match is actually go both ways. I feel like Lucian's starting to be a little comfortable of kind of like abusing some of the things that they were wanting to do. And, you know, just naturally because Sin is so strong. So you can just kind of like brute force your way in, especially like when you feel like something's not going well. Like all it takes is like one good hit and like, you know, it's gonna pay off.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I mean, SQ right now has already seen this scenario in this tournament. Has seen the game 5. Wasn't too successful, but could change her own history right now.
Oh.
Heavens, I don't know how that didn't kill. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't do super there. Oh, good bait.
Maybe it was buffering those swords. You know, there's just I think it honestly may have been a sword buffer there. That's like gotta be the only way. Now with the L cunt. I like that burst coming out here from SQ though. Leaves Sin with 0 calories to work with.
Oh, nice conversion.
I was gonna say, you gotta be so worried about that Mortabato. Alright, going for the wall break. Isn't too scared of SQ with 100 bar, which I honestly would be.
Oh! Wow, it looked like it was a mistake, and then it like looked it very legit. It's very, very, very crazy. Oh wow! Is that it all?
Yeah, you got 50 bar.
Oh!
Well covered.
That's actually. Wow! Oh no!
Oh no! Jesus, what hell's in the DP? We're going last game, last round off of yet another time betting the barn on it.
Man. Nice pressure here. Has no sword, still got the opening. Not going to do a lot of damage, but they're going to be able to break the wall. That was a lot of damage. I don't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't think I was like, oh, nah, like.
This scenario right here is really, really bad for Lucian. Lucia doesn't have burst and they can't escape. They do have all their calories, but they have no resources, so they're going to take chip, and they kind of got to make a decision. Oh, that was
didn't get sword back in time.
Yep. Just like that. Just to actually turn the tide.
Now if I'm Lucian there, I don't know if I'm going for the wall break there. I mean, you don't have the resources to get the hard knockdown. You're leaving the 5K just.
I think they panic burst. I think it's one of those bursts where like I don't know what's gonna happen, so I just don't want to deal with it anyway. I'm just gonna burst. I think they were thinking that was 5D, but they wasn't confident of just like defending it or like evading it, so they're just trying to burst to kind of reset the neutral. But I think they were playing really good there. I think holding that burst a little bit more, just a tad bit, just to kind of like trust yourself, was very important, and you know, SQ capitalized it. And I think it's about the wall break. I think it's important to kind of have meter, not only just meter, but just also having the calorie gauge to kind of make like that big comeback. So I feel like breaking the wall there was like the only scenario that you had, especially having burst and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you get put in such a hard spot there because you know it's just like. All right, do I want to return back to neutral even though I'm at like a pretty big advantage, or do I want to gamble when SQ can back throw me, which she can do whatever? But now it's looking like, yeah, we're gonna get right on into the next match. We are keeping things moving with yet another high-powered matchup. There we go.
And we got Enslaved Glory as a theme. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, getting those classic songs out. Oh my goodness. A-Boy has that pot effect going on though. Look at this. One more read. Recognizes. Oh no! I was gonna say recognize the deflection. Deflection comes out here from Cheerio. Not gonna be enough though. A-Boy's gonna be able to take that first lap. Arsash coming out. Probably wasn't expecting Cheerio to get hit. Good whip punish. Good whip punish from BT number 2 as well. Good. A-boy. There we go. Gonna try and get. We saw some things about the Echo. Trying to get that worked out. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good time watching the matches. Looking like we are gonna have more of that coming up here soon, though. A-boy able to take that first game incredibly quickly. Gonna have to see what's going on here in game number 2. Immediate burst out here from a boy. There we go. Look at that. Trying to play a lot of this rig-based pressure.
Both of these boys are pretty much the same arc. Whoever kind of gets started, the game is over, you know?
Oh yeah, 100%. Welcome back, Kizzy. Sounding wonderful, my friend.
Five eight. Ooh. Wow, good pickup.
Yep, Skyfish not gonna kill.
Wow, good burst.
Especially with that burst coming out here. Said it wasn't gonna kill, but I meant more in the context of that. Backdash coming out here from Cheerio. Backdash from A-boy now says, listen, I knew you were gonna go for that option. I was just right there with you.
Oh, nice.
I like that. Trying to put mid-screen game.
Yeah, I would like more 5H.
Yeah, definitely for a boy. I mean, that button is just so good. Catches any sort of upward momentum as well with a hard knockdown and armors through the 2P on wake up. My goodness gracious, the boy just making all the right reads.
Yeah, man, I'm really curious of how Cheerio's gonna bounce back. Seems like it's gonna be a hard battle, especially not having defensive options. You know, especially against a character like this. You only get defensive options when you have me.
Yep. Ooh, or burst gauge apparently. The backdash open out.
Oh, drop the combo. Hey.
Jumps backwards. There goes Garuda impact. Didn't believe it. Cheerio defense going crazy right now.
Good.
Yeah, there we go.
There to dodge and fight out that whole super, and then was able to backdash the STD too. This shows the level of confidence that you have. You know? Sometimes it's good to like evade, but also sometimes you just sit there and kind of like condition your opponent that you're going to be willing to sit there and not do it.
Yeah, I mean, I do have to say it. There's definitely looks like it is a bit more of Cheerio's like preferred pace. Like, seems a lot more comfortable dealing with a lot of these like slow damaging options versus a lot of the really lightning quick options from Johnny. Oh, just as I say that, here comes a boy out here with that pop buster and the 7 white letters to go with it.
Hard knockdown. The thing about what makes Lewis so good is that all his special moves, hard knock.
Yep.
Hard knock.
That's going to change throughout the ages of these patches, and only but surely giving a lot of these moves hard knockdowns. There we go. Using those security cancels.
Yep, get that life bar away, get the meter away. You have to make a choice. Do you want to sacrifice your resources or you want to sacrifice your life? You don't have a lot of life, so you're going to sacrifice that resource.
Yep. I'm telling you, getting that bar out of the hands of a boy is like, that's something you need to do. Back touch.
Wow, just 5-8. Not convert off of it. That was huge. I feel like that conversion off the 5H could have been very important, but I don't think they were looking. They didn't have the hammer fall ready. That was a really good 5H.
Oh, and it sounds like you're there in that boy earpiece, you know, telling them, hey, I want to see more of that 5H. See it and sees the immediate results as well.
I'm just getting to the game, man.
Gets the backdash. This could be a big combo coming out here from Cheerio. No Skyfish routes.
Very good. Oh, look at the bait.
He's able to get out the way with that fuzzy jump.
Oh, that's huge. Get a lot of chip off the back. Get a lot of chip.
Oh my gosh, he jumps
there.
there. I'm sure you have been so. Oh, victory. What a comeback here for Cheerio.
I think they got greedy off of that third back, especially in that scenario where, yeah, you know, you only can get like 1 and 2, but after that, you want to kind of like rotate your options. I think they were trying to be really, really greedy, trying to get the perfect scenario to kind of like win the round. And, you know, again, a player like that is not going to sit there and allow you to do that. So I think they were not really quick on like adjusting how to attack. It was really nice to see like them like kind of make those good plays, but unfortunately those plays did not really applicate well fast enough to get those games. And then, you know, obviously Cheerio was just like, I'm ready, I'm going to do this. I know this scenario, I'm going to cross you up. You know, I'm going to put you in this scenario where I drain all your meter. And then now, you know, meterless Potemkin, like it's still strong, but it's a different skill in itself. You know, you can't just like metered Potemkin. It's like, okay, I don't really got to think too much. But then like meterless Potemkin, it's like, okay, I got to actually utilize my buttons. I got to utilize these things. I got to utilize what also makes my characters one of the strongest characters in the game, you know?
Yeah, I mean, what isn't able to just find the success there, you know, regardless of those tools. I mean, it feels like the neutral strategy got figured out just a bit too late, but we are going to see Cheerio advance on to the next round. And as for us, we're going to be advancing on to a quick break here. We're able to get everything running smoothly now. We're going to take a minute, recollect ourselves, and head on in to see what our remaining 6 competitors can do. We'll catch y'all in a bit.
I'm the best of all time, baby.
Okay,
Let's hear
man,
it.
you're so good. How are you so good?
I love you, Jake.
GGs.
For new players, I would probably recommend Braum for how easy it is to just swing and attack. If you like just being like a big reliable like support or like tank type of player, I think Braum does that for you. I also think that his moves are pretty big, pretty swingy, can hit from pretty far away, so you don't have to worry too much about movement. That's like the big thing with Braum. You know, just get in there and just hit them and just protect your friend.
Punk the God, Evo Champ. What's up with you? you doing, bro?
You ready for this season?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited, actually.
So what exactly is your thought process when putting these teams together?
It's just people I see work hard, and this year I feel very just good coming here. Like, usually I don't feel like this. I feel good, but I feel like we're a little bit maybe a sleeper pick this year. Maybe, you know, I just know my teammates are they're going to come here and really show everyone why I put them on the team.
I think being a team in this format is very different because, like, obviously it's a very one-on-one type of game. For one, I think you have to have a lot of like styles that complement each other, and also you have like people that can fit a certain role.
So it's going to be like a point-based system. So there's going to be a captain match that's going to be worth 20 points. And then there's like a player B, player C match, which are going to be worth 10 points respectively. Also player A plays player A, player B plays player B, plays player C plays player C. We have one reserve spot for anyone who wants to sit out for that match, whether it be a bad matchup or a personal player matchup. Every team is going to be playing each other twice, one home, one away.
Let's go!
What we need is combos. We need straight combos. Everything needs to do at least 50% and then land into a mix-up. We need mix-ups too. New players should play Echo because, as I mentioned before, we need a mix, right? And there's almost no better character to mix than Echo. And it's pretty easy too. Everything needs to be a 50-50. You can't have anything less. No 49s or 51s. Then you gotta get them assist calls. Assist calls. After that, nothing else.
For new players, I recommend Ari because you play a game like this because you want to finesse. You want to move. You don't want to just do things without purpose. Anti-air is as simple as it gets. I kept it extremely simple, but I mean, you can go a long way with just those. And this character is so elegant, so smooth, and you just want to dance when you play it. And this is the character I recommend.
This is my first Verdugo. The people are extremely trained. There's two TOs walking back and forth, and the system is, if I call your name, raise your hand and walk towards the TO, everyone here gets it. I also got added to the bracket, and I'm the 11th seed. What the fuck is up with that? But yeah.
My name is David, also known as Schmoop, and I am the stream producer and co-TO here at Verdugo. Definitely surreal to see this many people just like want to come out just to show how much.
Ray, easy combo, keep it simple. Look at that.
And there's like so many different things that you could talk about.
We're gonna make a shitty f***ing tier list. Best way to live his life.
Oh my god, pump to god, FlyQuest over! Champion! Let's go, pump to god right there.
We are back. We are live with even more FlyQuest Fight Series. We are going through this top 8 here. I'm Avian, joined by the legend Kizzy K. We're going to be walking you through this action as we continue to see who we're going to crown champion and who's going to take the lion's share of this $400 pot.
Mm-hmm. And right now we already got this bracket here. And as you can see, it's definitely in the progress of it. On the winner's side, we got Marvello versus Jack. And then we have Unbiased here versus MFCR. And then SQ was able to take it over Lucian, which was a very, very close match. It's unfortunate if you guys missed that. And then Cheerio over A-Boy. Cheerio convincingly bounced back from losers and is still looking to bring this all the way from losers quarters to grand finals.
Yep. The bracket is looking like it is stacking up swimmingly. Started off with 41 participants in the ladder. Got it down to the top 8, and now we have had our first eliminations in Lucian and A-Boy. I mean, I gotta say, congratulations on getting 7. We got plenty of bracket to get through, though. And all of these players are hungry to win a part of the $400 allocated to their finals for this week.
Mm-hmm. And right now, we're going to be going to Marvello versus Jack right off the bat. I'm curious to see what Marvello is going to do in this matchup. I feel like Marvello always tries to be a different player every single day. And then, you know, Jack is just very consistent and comfortable with how they're playing. I think their gameplay is very, very strong. They trust their defense, and, you know, decision making with the character is very good.
Oh yeah, I mean, as you said, I mean, Jack just has one of the more solid Happy Cows players, has been shown by those offline and online results. Meanwhile, Marvello, especially in these online brackets, likes to get a little bit experimental with it, showing off a lot of that rope work early on here, using it to absolutely dominate Jack on the offensive side.
Early crossed up. Oh, try to block it out. Realized that they had some gaps. Stole the turn.
I mean, I think this matchup actually looks pretty, it looks pretty bad for Chip when it comes to just like dealing with neutral, but if you can sneak in a far slash there, then you know what? You can get your thing started here just like Marvello is right now. There we go. Marvello just trying to close out this first game.
That was a good throw.
Throws the Rekka though.
That was a good throw. Turned the tide right there too.
Such a scary spot.
Nice. That was really good. Do a stagger to kind of keep that frame advantage while the character coming down, and kind of mix them with that frame advantage that they got from an air to ground to air. I think that was really, really good, especially against a character that don't have a lot of defensive options. You can kind of take advantage of things like that. That was really good from Marvello. Really quick, really crafty at that heat of the moment. Was able to snatch that round. It was a snatch that game, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've been seeing this a lot from Marvello. Just, you know, one of the players who really is able to take advantage of those stray hits, of those whiff punishes, and it has done wonders so far, already netting him a winner semifinal spot. Uh-oh. Dang, that conversion from Jack, though, able to react to the fact that he hit the later frames of that close slash. There we go, gonna be sending Jack through the wall right now. Jack doesn't have any bullets, but has plenty of opportunity to get him 100 meter on his side.
Wow. 5 dust without no RC. Definitely trying to see if they were looking for the meter RC, and definitely Jack was ready. Was like, oh, you're just gonna give me this? I'm gonna take that, and took that, and now Jack got a round.
I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about when it's like, oh yeah, like, Jack doesn't have any bullets, but he's got the chances to. Literally any hit there was going to net him what he needed to go into that Deus Ex, and then netted him all 6 bullets and on the round one as well. Like, that resource management from Jack is just so good. With close but no cigar here as
Oh, whiffing. That's very scary.
So the property of those buttons doesn't change at all on the rope, so but hey, it's still a close slash. You're gonna get counter hit, you're gonna take a ton of damage.
Man, that was a cool interaction there. They kind of slowed the game down a little bit. And like I said, Marvello is really good at like counter poking after recovery, and like you know, sometimes in games like this where a lot of buttons are just very, very fast and have no recovery, you want to be able to kind of whiff punish the recovery frames, and then the starter frames of every move that they do. And Marvello, in my opinion, I think is one of the best players that play this game doing that. Like he has that like. It's literally like night and day. It's crazy how good he is. He's very impressive when it comes to that.
There we go. If I like that, gets the back throw into the corner now. I was gonna say Jack has to make a great read to get out of it, and it sure does.
That was a good throw. I like that Jack kind of like made it very simple. Get the burst damage that he got off of that, and then just kind of like, you know, play neutral with resources. I like that.
Oh, that is not how you want to spend that burst. Look at that dies from that.
Yeah.
With that incredibly strong starter, great awareness there from Marvelo to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was very uncharacteristic from Jack, but you know, I think they had something else in mind. I think that was an error. I don't think that was a yellow RC, but I could be wrong. But I felt like it probably been like a BRC or anything like that in particular, because it was kind of far away.
Yeah, no, it definitely seemed like it was, you know, you were approaching the tail end of that range there, but you know, whether Marvelo evened it or whether it was, you know, it was an error on the side of Jack. Marvelo able to turn those lemons into lemonade. Now you got Jack on the other side, though. Has to try to lock down Marvelo with 100 bar. Wanted a YRC of his own there. You see that one?
That was really good. Get that round convincingly.
Light work here. At the low cost of 1 burst, able to tie up this set with everything besides that burst gauge, of course. Oh, just kind of running at you. It's always scary. Like, dang, what do I do when Chip is just running at me?
Yep.
Oh, man. Clutch backdash. Should be more than enough to get the wall break. You know the corner carry this has.
Yep.
Jack finds the burst timing. Oh, no! Gets the space he needed with the IBFD, but now is stuck in the Jack dimension regardless.
Man, it's so scary because the rope is just right there, you know?
Yeah, he can just run at you with those aerial close slashes. But Marvelo says, you know what? Have no fear. JH is here, closes out that game, and now is only 2 rounds away from sending Jack to losers, which is a position that I don't think that he's been in for a while. So.
Yeah, I really like I said, Jack decision making with Happy Chaos is very, very sound. I do like how Marvelo sometimes just throws the rope there. He doesn't just jump on it immediately. He just has the threat there ready. So like when it's time to kind of like get that optimization or like that scenario that can kind of push his character to like why this character is so good, I just like that he just has that option there sometimes. You know, it's really good to just have.
100% there.
Oh, nice cross up.
Yep, I like that from Jack.
I don't know if it's gonna break the wall there, but it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had some crazy like RC right after the super, but you know, it just elects to keep it simple and gets a perfect to go along with it. Man, I gotta say, the way that Jack's offense has been constructed so far has been a treat, right? Keeping it nice and simple, says, you know what? If I got a high-low, I don't gotta do anything fancy. I just gotta make you guess between high and low.
Oh, nice. You see what I mean about the counter poking? He's just really good at catching the recovery frame. So it's very hard when you press something and then you try to do something afterwards. Whatever you do afterwards always seems to just get counter attack. So that was really cool. Nice air also by Jack. Jack, like I said, Jack is really has some good precise decisions when it comes to counter poking, counter attacking, any type of like approach, whether it's be on the air, on the ground. But like I think both of these players are really good at that. It just so happens that I just really praised a lot on Marvelo, but I think both of those guys have it a lot. But again, I brought that up because I feel like that is like Marvelo's like really core foundation. Just naturally, I feel like you kind of have to with this character too.
Yeah.
So it's just really fun to watch from both players, I think.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just the nature of sitting there, holding 5, going for those whiff punishes that are all but guaranteed. Like, it makes it so that you play a really risk-averse style with a character who isn't allowed to take a lot of risk. And I mean, as we've seen so far, just from this run alone, that's the formula for success. Oh, Jack drops the combo. Isn't gonna matter too much though. Jack bringing it all the way back. Now it's set point.
Just like that. Marvelo had the tempo and he's losing it very convincingly right now. Wow.
Ooh.
Used the throw just to get the left-right mix-up. Very, very good.
Like that, put the corner in the bag.
The 6P. Didn't get a combo, but got a setup after that. Did not block. Taking him to the next side of the map.
This is a great spot here.
Wow, ran him all the way in the corner. And then dropped, unfortunately.
Got the 2D though.
Oh, that yellow RC could have been bad. Oh, one more chance.
Oh, the orangey bullet.
Good block. Oh, I think that was 2D, and I think they just pressed it too fast and messed up.
Oh, Jack defense is looking great so far, but the 2K 2D to close it out.
Match point. Oh man, I feel like that 5 dust really cost them the flow of the match right there, and this could be really bad. Good technical throw.
I mean, this is really like a one-chance game for either character, right? It feels like right now, just with how the resources panned out, I feel like whoever really gets that offense started first is going to be in a great position to win this. This seems to be Marvelo. Not able to do too much against it though, just Jack.
Nice. Good blocks. Oh my god. Oh, drop though. This is bad. This is going to do a lot of damage. Oh, he chose to get the Oki though and drop, and I think that might be game. I think he might be dead here. Yep, he's dead.
It's Chip. You knew he was beyond dead there.
Man. Scenario with the BRC slowdown, it could have got a lot more damage off of that. I mean, I understand that you want to choose Oki to get the corner swap, and then potentially like the scenario right there is just way more potent than like kind of going for like that big damage. But I just felt like just to have that threat, just to keep the threat going when you're fighting the person, to add more stacking to the mental. That's what they say. I think in that scenario, that could have been it could have dictated a different scenario. We could have probably seen like Marvelo able to capitalize that round, but again, Jack holding down the defense. Their decision making was very precise. And like it's just like it's funny. I just feel like they're just comfortable at just like being overwhelmed with like all of the offense in the game. It seems like they've seen it all, Like they just like the tutorial mode was like, yo, survive the gauntlet against these characters, and it's like, and they're just like, oh, okay, cool, I can just do that. So just good stuff to them. That was really fun to watch. I think that could have gone both ways. That was actually. I think really, really enjoyable to watch. I think people also watching in the chat can agree with me otherwise. That was really, really fun to watch. Very fast, very, very high pace, very technical. Very technical. It was very technical for both sides. That was really good.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I really appreciate that you brought up is, you look at like high level Strive and they're like, you know what, like listen, blocking like 4 50-50s in a row never hurt nobody. Like I'm good with all this. I'm good with, blocking 2 50-50s and being minus and like doing all this. And it feels like these offensive situations that people would definitely complain about in other player bases. Guilty Gear Strive players are like, this is just a Tuesday for me, like, or just a Thursday in this case.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like every week, you get a guaranteed chance to, play against these players that you're going to actively see in tournaments and stuff like that. So, shout outs to FlyQuest, hosting like a ladder from West Coast to East Coast too. So like, not only that you get a chance to play these high caliber players, but you're able to play at your own comfort too, and like different levels as well. And you get a chance to kind of like just play. You don't gotta feel like that, like, oh, like I want to play all these matches and things like that. Like once you're like in this ladder, you just play your matches. You can play at your own pace. And if you make it to that chance, you make it to the chance. And I think that's really cool that FlyQuest kind of does that for people. So, again, shout out to FlyQuest for also allowing me to talk about fighting games that I also enjoy. I always enjoy talking about the gameplay and the game flow of matches,
Yeah. Speaking of matches, though, we got another banger.
This is going to be a very fast match.
I feel like this is going to be like a 70-second perfect for either player. Right? It's like, it feels like, oh wow, the map is going to be the same, but it's literally just who's on the other side.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I feel like a lot of people who play Johnny, they remind me of playing like Ukio from like Samurai Showdown. Like they're just like running at you, instant overheads, Like, it's just funny. It's funny that's what I feel like when I'm watching this.
Yeah, no, it's like, wow, this character, well, like, pretty committal, but like, man, once he gets in, he makes sure like block anything, let alone get hit. Like, you are just in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, and I think generally like people really never really had like a like a experienced strategy to kind of fight a character like this, they're just willing to kind of like play the game that they want to play, and if it doesn't work, then, you know, obviously they complain about it and things like that. But I think kind of being like very preemptively and like counter poking and like really learning how to like optimize like with punishment and stuff will really give Johnny players a hard time. But you know, that takes a lot of skill, and like, you know, not it takes a lot of work and a lot of skill, and you know, not everybody has that pinpoint skill to like kind of learn it fast. You know, it might take like a couple of months to a year to kind of get used to fighting like this caliber of character, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's definitely one of those matchups that you really have to look at from a character-specific perspective. Like, you know, there aren't a lot of those like universal counter play options where it's like, oh, if Johnny does this and you block it, then you do Y and it works, right? You have to look at Johnny's tools, gotta look at your tools, and then formulate a game plan from there, which, I mean, you already said it best. I don't feel like a lot of players have got that down pat just yet.
Yeah, it's all about positioning on the screen too. You know, you got to know how to fight Johnny in ranges. You know, certain ranges is where like Johnny has like a weak spot, and you have to be very, very confident in those weak spots. You know, especially with your particular character. Like every character, they're gonna have to play differently in terms of like how to beat Johnny. But like the ranges of where Johnny is, I call it like the choke points. You want to really sit around those choke points and harass the Johnny players. But if you don't, then, you know, things like this happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, seems like the only choke point right now is gonna be the choke point for MFCR. After trying to block everything here, Mash is on the whip of that 5K. Unbiased here, going for a bit of a riskier option, but it pays off handsomely.
Yep. And like I said, this is gonna be this is all about, this is like Sonic versus Shadow. You know, like where, you know, the Sonic Adventure 2 where like they were racing each other. This is like this match. You know, you're just gonna see like a bunch of colors. You know, they're running. They gotta go fast. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, it's not like, it's like, you know, a lot of decisions are being made at a very, very high pace right now, and as commentators, we got to be ready, but as a spectator, you know, you got to be even more prepared for a lot of interactions in these matches.
Yeah, for me, I'll be honest. I think this is very slow or normal speed, you know. But I'm sure for the average person, it's like, oh, this is like, what is happening? But you know, we kind of already know what's going on. You know, just the flow, just how people want to play, and like play styles too. Like this is like their play style. So once you kind of see that playstyle, so this is a very popular playstyle too. So you know, you see this playstyle so much, it's very easy to kind of like, oh, okay, this is what they want to do. It's just how good are they doing that, and also beating their opponent. You know?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to pacing, I mean, you play a few of the older Arceus titles, you know, that Blaze Blue, that Guilty Gear Exert. So like this type of pacing, I mean, you got to be used to it by now.
Yeah, this is normal speed. Wow, good throw on the steal.
He coming out here. The block on the BRC overhead as well. Such a tricky scenario. Don't see too many layers doing it. Knocking up to full screen right now. The 2D from downtown to close out that game.
Man, that was like the first time that match slowed down. And like the moment it slowed down, it was like counter. It was like, hold up, that's not the agreement that we had. We was going to fight it out. And again, I tell you, MFCR is really good at like keeping, like, you want to fight in the mud, don't get out. Don't try to like clean yourself out. You know, you got some mud in your eye. Nope, fight it with one eye. You know, like it's all about fight. You know what I mean? It's all fight. It's just all fight, all heart. You know.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's literally what happened, right? It's like Unbiased Ear just trying to take like literally a few frames of a break, and immediately MFCR is on that tail.
Yep, bring that butt over here, big fella.
I'm saying. There we go, good throw. Oh man, you saw the read out there from Unbiased here, but a little bit too early on trying to punish that DP. Ooh, conversion coming out here from the 5K. What an adjustment here from MFCR. Oh my gosh, corner to corner? Oh my gosh, lay a white face.
Oh, nice. Wow, still
the throw?
Just don't matter what option's coming out. The blocks.
Oh wow. Immediate throw take out there from Unbiased here.
Nice. Using red wild assault to kind of extend the pressure. Get out of the corner too. Oh no.
Catching the backdash to MFCR.
Yeah, they were doing misfinders, and I think those misfinders were just, I wasn't sure what was the game plan behind it. Maybe input errors, maybe like miscants to try to like throw them out, but definitely cost them the game, bro.
Oh, I mean, speaking of costing, at least the round here. MFCR has to burn the burst.
Up, dash up. Wow, here we go. The throw. One more mix and you're dead. Went low. Dust.
Ooh, tap dust. Man, such a varied offensive sequence there from Unbiased here. Got the lows, got the highs, got the throws. Like, realistically, I don't think you can really find a way to defend this consistently. You just gotta guess.
Yeah, it's like, again, it's all about positioning. It's like you gotta ask yourself, why am I in this position? How do I get in this position? Because in this scenario, like this, I did this option, so therefore I have to take these options. It's all about risk reward. So yeah, it's going to be very, very hard to kind of block those things, but you also have to make player good decisions and minimize those scenarios that put you in those scenarios.
Yeah, you almost got to ask, like, all right, like, why am I here in the first place? Like, yeah, why am I getting hit? Whatever, but it's like, I really shouldn't be in the spot where I'm getting close off by Johnny on knockdown.
Yeah, good defense. Oh my goodness grace.
The backdash too, just to put the icing on top.
That was really, 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 really good defense. To play that fast and to defend that well, just crazy. That was really good.
This ball coming out.
Oh no.
Oh, 2K! Look at the conversion though.
Wow, good
match. Mashes 5P on it. Yeah. My goodness gracious. Unbiased here. Not afraid to choose a very aggressive option. Has been working out so now.
Yeah, you know, I think what's happening is that again, like these guys, these individuals, their whole game is like, I'm gonna go fast, you're gonna go fast, I'm gonna go faster, I'm gonna go faster, I'm gonna be the fastest, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna be the fastest. I think what's happening a lot is that Unbiased is dashing forward way too comfortably, and it's becoming like very apparent that in the X scenario, I'm going to dash forward. Like, oh, if I hit you away or I burst away, I'm going to dash forward. I'm going to dash forward. But I'm going to dash forward with, like, special moves. And I think just dashing and not doing anything and just not dashing with special moves will make that slight adjustment that will get mileage off. But right now, I think their whole game plan is like, I'm just going to run what I know. And, like, you know, it's going to work because of the character I play and just how the nature of this game is. And also the nature of this player that I'm playing with, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at least with you know, the caliber of the players that we got, as well as how his character is structured, I was gonna say figuring out that player interaction harmony is gonna be so important here for either of these two.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, gets clipped right there by that Dwight.
Nice. Hey, match point for MFCR.
Unbiased Zero only has one more chance and no burst to go with it. Light health lead on the side of Unbiased. Positive bonus. And the DP coming out here from MFCR. No side switch. Look at this DP on the minus frames. Gets the BRC over it.
Nice. Go for the Oki. Keep the pressure. Nice. Uh-oh, there you go.
Oh no, no card pop.
So I can tell like, both of these guys, they'll play neutral to get into like their best comfortable scenario. So like it's funny that like seeing like the tempo of the game is just dictate like right here, like in this position right here, this is where the game begins. Boom, the dash. Yep, that was bad punish.
Ooh,
didn't capitalize on that throw. Here we go.
Many plus frames out here for Unbiased.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, this might be huge. This might be. I was gonna say this might be death. Not quite though.
Good throw.
It's back thrown. No
Nice
meter,
backdash.
Trish with the again. Oh my. Could MFCR do it? That could be death here. Finds the burst.
The burst.
Tries to dash up into it, not able to get confirm. It goes for the reversal super, not gonna be enough as MFCR moves on to the winners finals.
Yeah. Got put out on the table, and it shows that MFCR again, king of the mud. The man thing, the man thing of Strive. You're not gonna be able to out mud me in my mud game. So that was really good to watch.